So it's amazing in any rate that you're having a podcast. And I know you're bringing on amazing guests for that as well. But what was it for you where it was like, okay, I got to start this, and this is kind of the void that I want to be filling here or adding to the conversation?
That is such a great question. So I had planned to go on for a PhD. I know the White Tower of academia sucks, but I love education. I love being a part of education. We all have to pick our battles. And unfortunately, I was accepted into a gender studies PhD program to do trans research. And then the world right now is not a very friendly place to be doing that, and particularly within any sort of system. So those plans really had to be put on hold. I had a bunch of life events that just really turned my whole world upside down. But I still wanted to be creating. I still consider myself a gender theorist, and I wanted to find alternative avenues to be doing gender theory. And I don't believe that you have to be part of academia to be a theorist or to be a thought producer or somebody who is creating important knowledge production. It doesn't have to be this thing that has to be so institutionalized, right? Every single one of us, trans people or other minorities on the ground, we're doing thought production all of the time, and that thought production is really important. And it's important to give it a platform. So the podcast was kind of about that. Initially, the idea was a podcast called Transcestors. It was going to specifically focus on trans ancestors because ancestry work is really important to me, as I'm sure we'll talk about later. But then I decided there was a lot more I wanted to do with it. So I sort of broadened the idea out to be, we do have a Transcestor series, so we still cover trans ancestors, but then I also do deep dives on topics that are really important in gender, and particularly to transgender people and gender expansive people as a whole. And then of course my interviews. So yeah, that's kind of the story there.